Hi there, I'm Katie for RustiKate. And this time around, we're going to be working on a little bit different project. If you're like me, it's wintertime around here and everything's kind of dark and glum. There's not a lot growing and there's definitely nothing blooming. So what I actually did this time, let me grab it real quick, is normally I'm not a huge fan of artificial flowers, but I actually found these the other day and they're kind of autumn colors, so I feel like they still kind of fit a little bit now that it's winter time. And I got these, and what I decided to do was actually to add burlap to them and then to add some lace and tatting. So let me show you what this looks like. So I took them from like ordinary like orange and kind of different shades of cream and orange daisies and kind of artificial sunflowers, I would say. And then I turned it into this. And I think what I'm not gonna do all of them, but I'll maybe do like a third of them this way. And I added the lace, you can see burlap, lace, and then a little bit of tatting. Right like that. So that's what we're gonna work on today. Just kind of cheers me up and makes winter a little bit more fun. So I hope you will enjoy this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done that already. And when you subscribe, you can click, there's a little bell symbol next to it. And when you do that, it'll actually notify you when new videos are posted. Feel free to also connect with me on Facebook, on the RustiKate Facebook page. And as always, feel free to comment, share, like. All right, let's get started. Alright, so here we have, these are the synthetic flowers, and these were actually really inexpensive. And what I found with these is they have a little bit of a burlap already. It's kind of a fake burlap, synthetic and plasticky. But what I did was, if you go on the back side, you kind of just pop it off its stem. And then you can kind of just separate the pieces. Just kind of remembering what order they go in. Right like that. And then when I got to the last burlap part, this is the fake burlap, what I did is I took that, and in this case, for the example, I'm going to actually just use, this is a piece of burlap that has lace attached to it already. When I did my flower, I actually had a bigger piece of lace and I just laid it over a piece of burlap. So you can use either. You can either use this, which you can get like from a florist department, craft department. It's usually a little bit more expensive with the lace already attached, or you can use just a straight piece of burlap and then lay lace over the top. I like to cut them both out at the same time because then they're more even and they're more the same shape. But basically all I did is I laid it right over the top, right like that, and I just took my scissors and I cut around it. You want a good sharp pair. And it's actually easiest to go ahead and just cut a circle first. So I just kind of cut a circle, just holding that in the middle. You could pin it also if you want it to be a little more perfect. Just right like that. You can see with a bigger piece of lace, you're going to get lace coverage on all the petals. With this one, you're going to have a few spots where the lace won't quite cover. Alright, I'm not going to be super precise on this, I'm just kind of using it for the example, but take a little bit more time when I'm actually doing them. But you can see how it's roughly the same shape. And then I'm just going to come back and I'm going to just kind of clip some corners out. And actually on mine, I removed the example at that point, and then I just kind of started cutting petals. And I just basically take little divots out. So I'm cutting little triangles out. Right like that. And I just go all the way around. And if there's any I don't quite like the shape of, I'll just trim them again. And let me grab my finished item and I'll show you. Alright, so here's the finished one. You can see all the little petals I cut out. Right there. So once it's all cut out, then what I did is I actually went and partially reassembled it. So I left out the synthetic burlap and I put the real burlap back in. And you'll want to cut a little notch right in the middle. Just a little notch so that when you go to reassemble it, the pieces can go back together. So discard that one, and then you're going to put this one in its place. Just layer it. And then this one eventually is going to go through it and pin it down and go onto this. And I'll show you that in a second. But the next thing you want to do is I actually tatted this part, the inner petals. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to tat the inner petals and then I'll show you how to assemble it. Let me clean this up and I'll show you how to tat that part. Okay, so the very inner petals are actually going to be this. And this is made up of 5 rings and 5 chains. And I will get you started on that project. For the first ring, we're going to do 3 double stitches. And then a large picot. 3 more double stitches. And close our ring. And remember, at any point if this video is moving too fast or too slow for you, you can go into the settings in the YouTube video player and there's actually a speed adjuster so you can slow down or speed up the video speed. Alright, now that we're ready for our first chain, we're going to, I did the knot right there and then now we're ready for the first chain. We're going to do 6 double stitches. One picot, 4 more double stitches, one picot, 4 more double stitches, one picot, and 6 more double stitches. So you're going to have a total of 3 picots in this. We got 4 right there, 5, and 6. Alright, we're going to slide our work off. Adjust. Right like that. We're going to go ahead and tie a knot after we get it in our crescent shape. Turn it around, reverse our work, and then we're going to make our next ring. For this one, we're going to do 3 double stitches, and then we're going to join it to that large picot. So all of our rings are going to be attached to this one same picot. 3 more double stitches. And then close our ring. Make a knot. Go ahead and slide this down so there's room for the others to attach. I'm going to reverse our work. I'm going to make my special step. If you haven't done the special step before, I will attach a link to the video on this video as well as in the information below the video. Alright, now we're ready for our next chain. We're going to go ahead and do 6 double stitches, picot, 4 double stitches, picot, 4 double stitches, picot, and then 6 more double stitches to form the next chain. There's 6 picot, 4, picot, 4, picot, and then 6 more double stitches. And then we're going to slide off our work. Form it into that crescent-shaped arch. Tie our knot, and then reverse our work.